hate rats just as much as we do, but we got a new topic down the pipeline. Coach, this is where you clip. This is where you start to clip.
Oh Lord! This is
so it says, "Ooh."
Horrible.
It said Laura Govan recalls beating the F out of Draya Michele after finding out her ex Gilbert Arenas sent Draya $25K and brought her to L.A. I picked her up by her ussy in a collarbone and I hit her with a wata, and then I spit on her.
That's crazy. That's
and
disrespectful.
I went patu.
So basically, right now we have the video of Laura basically on this podcast, basically talking about Draya and the whole Draya situation. We also have Gilbert Arenas clip, him talking to Nick Young about how Draya used to be in the backseat of the car, giving him that gok 3000.
She did that to everyone,
even Kenyon Martin. Crazy.
What's crazy to me is what's that fool's name? Jalen Green.
Mm-hmm.
Dog.
You got her pregnant.
How you wifing up someone that's 20 years older than you?
He didn't know.
No, he knew.
You think he knew a pass?
Yes. She was like one of the first like world-renowned internet huskies, and like
French Montana.
Yeah, like everyone's been spotted with her. What, even the Game was with her, right, for a while?
Yeah.
So
allegedly.
She's been piped down by half the industry.
Oh Lord.
And so you kind of know what she is, and it's just crazy to see her that she got worked like this back in the day. Like, how do you get picked up?
Oh Lord! I mean, Laura gonna tell you right here. Play the video. She gonna tell you how she picked her up by her pee bone and body slam.
Gilbert said on his podcast, I believe he was with Nick Young.
Mm-hmm. He told me that story.
Did you see that story where he pretty much talked about what Dre was doing in the backseat?
Mother, yeah, we can't do that because that day changed my life. I ain't gonna lie, that day changed my life. That's when Swaggy P was like, okay, now I gotta. This is what NBA is about.
Hey, listen. NBA, hey, listen, I'll let you know this is...
Yeah. When I'm riding in the car, he in the back seat. I turn my head, this nigga against... Huh?
Nah.
What was you doing in that back seat, Gil? What was you doing in that back seat? We went to the strip club.
And all that stuff. What do you have to say to that about you, Draya, and the Gilbert thing?
So here's what I would say about that. Let me clean that up because people were like, oh my God, Laura's just a bully, even 10 years ago. Like, oh, she's a bully. She's bullying her. So Gilbert told me that story about Draya. He had a lot to say. And I remember in the context, I think we had broken up. And he was like, well, this is what I did, right? Like, I messed with this girl from Philly. And it was this, and that. She only in the car and blah, blah, blah. At the time, they brought her on Basketball Wives. Draya was brought on Basketball Wives as a friend, if I'm not mistaken, to my sister. I remember that was it. And guess what? I liked her. No idea that she was there being Gilbert's jump off. I had no idea. So then when I found out, it was when I was going through some papers at the house.
Snooping.
And I saw that he had given her $25,000 and brought her to L.A. Let me tell you what I did. I remember finding the paper. I remember going to where she was filming here in Hollywood down the street. I remember showing up and I was not supposed to be filming. And I walked past everybody and I beat her. And it did not air. They did not want that to air.
You beat up Draya?
I beat Draya. I think I picked her by her collarbone and threw her. And then I spit on her. And I was trying to get to her even after that. Am I proud of those things? Absolutely not. But what you're not going to do is be my friend. Don't be in my face. And from what I heard, you was at the time. So I'm like, what am I supposed to do with this? You help me help you. Where are we supposed to go with this? Because everything at the time, I told you, anybody could get it. I never have a problem till we have a problem. We got a problem. And you're in my face, though. And I was her friend. I'm like, she used to do my quotes on my Instagram and tweets. She used to be like, no, take that off, do this. I liked her. So you do me like this?
So wait.
I'm going to do you like that.
So you're saying while Draya and you were on the show together and y'all were developing this friendship and she's in your face, y'all cool as shit, all the while she is sleeping with your man,
Facts.
knowing that that's your man.
Facts.
She's a phony.
She's capping. I mean, if you've seen the pictures here,
I believe everything she just said.
Draya said that she's lying. My co-host believes everything that she says.
Drea's a liar. I mean, she just trapped it. Like, I mean, honestly, think about it. If a dude did that,
do what?
people would look at him crazy, like he's Diddy Jr.
Oh yeah,
like if a 40-year-old dude like started hooking up with a 20-year-old and got her pregnant, like.
I mean, they already look at what is his name?
DiCaprio?
Leonardo DiCaprio like that, and you didn't even get him pregnant.
Nah, he just and they're 25.
Then DeVito, wasn't that Danny DeVito? Was it Danny DeVito? They got that girl.
No, not Danny DeVito.
Shapiro.
Not
I can't think of his name.
What's that?
Robert
Al Pacino?
Downey, was it Robert Downey Jr.?
Was it Al Pacino?
Probably Al Pacino.
I don't know, one of those super old actors.
He has like a young girl.
Yeah, he's like 80 and had like a 20-year
or like
kid
Bill
with a
Belichick.
20-year-old. Bill Belichick doing that too. Man, if you got money like that, live your life.
Exactly. I remember my mama asked me, she's like, she's like Jesse, it's like you're getting up there in age. When you gonna settle down and find you a nice one? I was like, Mom, I can wait, because when I get rich, I can date me a 25-year-old. She was like, you know what? I hate you, Jesse, but you're right. But you're right. And I was like, yeah.
But you don't want to get too old. I mean,
what's too? Look at Bill Belichick, like we just said. Look at Leonardo DiCaprio, like we just said.
You ain't no Leo.
Hey, man, I'm about to get that Leo money. But, so like we were saying here, so this is the Carlos King show that Laura was on. Laura was talking about the time, but people were saying that the time ain't matching. Draya said he wasn't, when she messed with Gilbert, he wasn't married. And then Laura said he wasn't, Laura saying that they were together, but I believe that they probably wasn't together. They were probably on the verge of getting a divorce.
They're probably on and off.
It was on and off, basically getting a divorce. Yeah, they was getting a divorce, but they not fully divorced yet. So, some people be like, that's what doesn't make any sense. Like, you can be separated, and then you can go get a whole new relationship, and then the other person be like, oh, we're still together. We're not divorced. We're just separated. I'm like, that means you're broken up.
Yeah. Well, you know what's weirder, too, is like when people get like fully divorced. They go through the whole thing and they get divorced. And they're like, oh, we both got new people. But then they end up cheating with each other. And it's like, why didn't y'all just stay together in the first place?
And just work it out. It's like in anything that's going on, like nothing gets like a following or like substantial looks, like if it doesn't have like a good narrative. Mm-hmm. And I feel like sometimes people do that with relationships. Like, oh, like this is just like boring. I need something that's like more
spicy and crazy. Like I want my life to be like like I'm on TMZ every day.
Keeping up with the Kardashians.
Yeah.
I want to keeping up with Kardashians.
Some girls live for that stuff. They love making their life messy and then living in it.
I can see that. I can definitely see that. But back to the situation here. People were saying,
did she address getting beat up?
Who, Draya? Draya didn't dress for beating. She said it didn't happen.
She said, I'm not a victim, I'm a victor. If you got picked up by your pee and body slam Stone Cold style, you is not a victor, my dog.
You a victim.
You got laid the F out.
But she's saying it's all fake. It didn't happen. The funny thing is, since this was on VH1, this is basically basketball wives.
And that's like the number one thing I hate about arguing with women is you're trying to communicate on one topic. Mm-hmm. And they know that they're losing, so they want to talk about something else. Like, that's how I know Draya lost. That's how immediately I know. She's talking about their interactions, them knowing each other, and the fight. And then what is she talking about? My storyline carried the show. Carried. That means you lied and you got beat. That's what that means.
Basically.
So you can usually tell that if you ever argue with a woman and she immediately is trying to switch to some random topic where she feel like she could win, she's lying and lost.
I believe it. Yeah,
that's like when rich people are losing an argument and they want to talk about money. They just lost the argument because that's the only thing they can go to.
You're right. Yep. When you're right, when you're right, you're right. I mean, yeah, because she didn't say anything about it. She didn't be like, oh no, oh no, I was fighting back. She didn't say any of that, but I wish this was on Zeus. Since it was on VH1, we ain't gonna see it. But if it was on Zeus, just like when
Draya is so old, she was on the OG reality TV.
Speaking of Krishan Rock, do we have a Krishan Rock topic? About her and her sister?
Guess it didn't make the show.
You.
Guess it didn't make the show.
I just realized that.
I didn't even do that on purpose, but yes. Thank you, past me, for missing that one topic.
I'm looking. I'm like, I don't see the Krishan rocking.
We already had enough. This episode's already gonna get us shadow banned. We don't need to be double shadow banned.
Facts. But so back to the situation at hand. People were saying like, "Oh, you saying Draya fake? How's Draya my sister friend? But she all in my face giving me social media advice." But you was on Basketball Wives. That's ran by Shaq wife. You smashed Shaq. You was in her face. It's the same thing. I just don't understand how you don't see this, but at the same time you see what she doing is wrong. That's what I don't understand. Like,
because it's women arguing. That's why.
The women needs just don't make no sense. Like, it's like I can do it.
This is why you can't have a woman for president.
Oh Lord.
I'm just kidding.
Oh my God, we get shadow banned this episode.
We're getting fully banned this episode, baby.
I should have just joined you. I should might as well just start back over. I might as well just join you in this rant.
I'm too tired.
Nah, I'm playing. But so I need y'all to comment down below. Do y'all think getting slammed by your pussy bone, does it really hurt?
Tell us, cuz.
We got jokes. Also, do you feel like Laura is doing too much? Because, I mean, this happened years ago. Why are you on the Carlos King show talking about something that happened years ago?
Because that's what happens on podcasts.
We talk about old drama.
That's what podcasts are. What do when they talk, when they have an NBA player on a podcast? They're not talking about, how's retired life? They're like, let's take it back to when you entered the league.
Yeah. Remember when
this is a reality star, this woman. So what are they going to do? Let's take it back to when you hopped in the reality scene.
Oh, but
we saw this and this going on, and we really get some answers. Why don't you shed some light on that? You know that's what they're going to do. That's literally what podcasts do. They either talk about what's about to happen or what used to happen.
True.
They rarely ever talk about what's happening now.
Or anything
like
positive.
a movie or new music or something.
True.